Now Northumberland plate. They leave the stalls with 2 miles in front of them. Breaking out well was Pedrazza over towards the far side with George Dillingham, and Always Aloof is handy. So is the favourite Latter Half with a big white face. On the wide outside is the Flying Phantom, the big grey horse, as they cover the first furlong and a half. And it's Latter Half and Richard Quinn together with Tethys now and the Flying Phantom. They're a line of 3, and they're chased behind those by Pedrazza in 4th place towards the inside then of Shadiwan as they prepare to make the first turn. Back behind them is Always Aloof from George Dillingham and Blaze Away, and they're followed in the midfield then by High Flying. Towards the rear at this stage Nufari, and Miraswaki is last of all. Out into the country they go, and it's the Flying Phantom that now takes over from Tethys towards the inside of Latter Half, and then Pedrazza with the white face towards the outside in the maroon and white colours. They're followed through by Always Aloof in blue, George Dillingham the rail next, and then High Flying towards the outside. Behind those Mondragon creeping up the rail a bit. Trans-Siberia is buried in the midfield. Chief Minister is widest of the lot of them. Towards the back, Star Rage with Nufari. Ivar's Flutter and Miraswaki wags the tail. They swing left-handed once again, heading towards the back straight here at Newcastle, and the Flying Phantom is doing the donkey work in this Newcastle Brown Owl Northumberland plate, a length clear of Pedrazza in second. Latter Half, the favourite, is third on the outside of Tethys as now they straighten up once again into the back straight. Behind the 4 leaders is George Dillingham at this stage with Always Aloof hard on their heels, and then Chief Minister towards the outside, Mondragon towards the inner from Blaze Away, and then Bold Gait the top weight with only about 5 or 6 behind him. They include Trans-Siberia, Nufari, Ivar's Flutter, and still at the back Star Rage and Miraswaki. Approaching the halfway stage then, and it's still the Flying Phantom who tows them along from Pedrazza in second. Latter Half has never been far off the premises. Then High Flying now on the wide outside in the red and white striped jacket, the 93 winner. Tethys is still there towards the inside. Chief Minister already getting reminders. George Dillingham's not far away. Neither is Always Aloof, and Shadiwan is also snapping at the leader's heels. They head towards the final 3/4 of a mile then, and the Flying Phantom yet to be headed. Still out in front from Pedrazza in second. Tethys towards the inside is nudged up a bit. Latter Half towards the outside in the yellow colours. They are followed by Shadiwan. High Flying giving up the outside to Nothing going round the houses. And then Bold Gait now driving up the inside of many horses as they prepare to swing the corner, and Pedrazza takes over from Latter Half, and Latter Half just getting the better of the argument as they now swing in. Pedrazza is second, and then Bold Gait is running on as they head towards the final 3 furlongs. Up front Latter Half with now George Dillingham delivering a challenge down the outside. Pedrazza back in third, flat-footed. High Flying, the grey on the wide outside. Trans-Siberia, he's again one. He'll battle home from Bold Gait. George Dillingham took over, approaching the final quarter mile from Bold Gait second. High Flying, Pedrazza weakening, Latter Half weakening, and now Bold Gait under his big burden of 9 stone 10. David Harrison drives him into the lead. Bold Gait stamping his class on this Pitman's Derby. He's gone 3 or 4 lengths clear of George Dillingham, then Trans-Siberia and High Flying, and racing up to the line. What a fine weight-carrying performance here by Bold Gait, who strides away with it from Trans-Siberia second, George Dillingham in third. Nufari was staying on in 4th place just ahead of Always Aloof. Then High Flying, another bold bid from Ivar's Flutter, who was never nearer. Latter Half and Pedrazza both weakened out of it. They're clear of Mondragon. Star Rage looking very weary, then Blaze Away. Behind those Shadiwan, Chief Minister, Miraswaki never out of the rear division, and the early leader, the Flying Phantom, was just about last of all, although Tethys has pulled up a little feelingly just past the post. So a tremendous performance here by Bold Gait under 9 stone 10 top weight. Could well be a weight carrying record. Caradar carried 9 stone 10 back in 1984 for the Michael Stout stable, and Bold Gait has repeated that feat here this afternoon. Finished 6th behind Moonax in the Yorkshire Cup back in May, and clearly relishing the return to handicap company this afternoon, albeit in the highest class of handicap company. Second, number 8 Trans-Siberia. In third, George Dillingham. 4th, Nufari. Jim, what a tremendous performance.
Absolutely, and this horse, whose last handicap win was off a mark £10 lower than this, and then before that his previous win off a mark 11 pounds lower than this, so a stone-and-a-half improvement in handicaps. Carried 9.10 here, still being hampered slightly by High Flying, who's tended to hang in all the way up the straight. Red and white colours, sheepskin noseband, the grey horse on the outside, Siberia there with his bid. Over on the far side, the sheepskin noseband of George Dillingham, but now free from the attentions of High Flying. Bold Gait sprints clear, really finds a turn of foot for David Harrison, picks up tremendously well. This is the most splendid weight carrying performance, and having hit the front, there's no way he's going to stop. George Dillingham, who looked as though he would keep the prize in the north for so long, eventually begins to flounder. It's the ultra-tough Siberia who stays on for second. High Flying's getting weary now. He doesn't make the frame in the end either, because they're finishing like Billy-O behind. Is it Nufari? Is it always Aloof? Very close, but we'll worry about the placings later. A striking performance from Bold Gait to lift the Northumberland plate.